Some of these headlines and these major revelations need to give you guys some context where all this actually began, because so many people have commented below. They have sent me emails and questions, not just about the coming pandemic and World War III, but also the warning specifically tied to Europe, Britain, the UK, France, and the Baltic nations. So all this began, and this is a pattern that's re-emerging, that's happening all over again. Back in April 2nd of 2021, this is published on our website. I'll include the links below in the About section and comment sections as well. I had a prophetic dream of a volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. This is kind of where these revelations started to begin and started to happen. So I had a series of dreams that showed me that major volcanic eruptions and earthquakes were going to be happening. Of course, Jesus warned us about this, would be some of the signs connected to the end times. Now, this was, again, on April 2nd of 2021, and the revelation, the Lord gave me a revelation about these dreams, and that they were symbolic, not just literal, but also symbolic, tied into the Jewish feasts and festivals of Shavuot, which was the commemorating the giving of the 10 Commandments to Israel, which happened on Mount Sinai. If you read the descriptions in the passages from that in Scripture, it describes all the activity that's going on: smoke, lightning, earthquakes, all those things reminiscent of volcanic activity. So the Lord revealed to me that major things would be happening, connecting to Israel, connecting to the Middle East, and connected to Shavuot. Now, I want to show you this. This is very interesting. Shortly after that dream, that was April, again, April of 2021. That next month, May of 2021, May 10th, 2021, I had another prophetic dream, a revelation of war that was not just coming to Europe, but coming specifically to England. And the Lord gave me a very specific dream, and I saw and heard very specific things. Not going to go into great detail about this dream. You can read it for yourselves when you get the time and the chance. But in that dream, the Lord had specifically warned me that the sword was coming to Europe, the sword was coming to England. Parts of this vision had been fulfilled at the Russian invasion into Ukraine, the first major war in Europe since World War II. So some of these have obviously not happened yet because there isn't war in England just yet. So I'm going to talk about some of those signs and what's going to lead up to that. Now, that month, May of 2021, England was not the only dream, the revelation, the warning that I had. I actually had two other dreams impacting other areas of Europe as well as the United States. Take a look at this. Again, May 22nd of 2021, I was given another prophetic warning concerning France, specifically Paris. Again, I'm not going to go into great detail. You can read this on our website when you get the time. But the Lord warned me that some major catastrophes were going to be coming to France and Paris. Some of it was specifically tied into the economy and not just war that was going to be coming. Also, again, in that same month, May 17th, 2021, I had a third dream or revelation, a vision concerning war coming with China that was going to impact the United States. And then in addition to this, this was a year later. I'm going to talk about this in more specifics, but look at the month, the timing of this, exactly 1 year after that, those dreams, those words, May 15th, 2022, I had another major dream, a warning to Northern Europe, Norway, Finland, Sweden, and the Baltic nations. So just looking at the timing of all this, I'm going to get into some of these headlines in just a second and explain to you how these things are coming to pass. And I believe are going to start happening very, very soon and can happen at any moment. Now, I want to show you, why am I showing you this? Because I've talked about this several times recently. Just recently, I'm having the same pattern happen again. April 10th of this year, I had another series of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions dream. And again, if I remember what happened the last time, was a signal and a warning revolving around Shavuot, the Jewish festival and feast commemorating the giving of the 10 Commandments. So this is not specifically just tied into Israel. This is having to do with the entire world. This is on major global scale, because the Ten Commandments is for all of us, not just for Israel. So now look at this. Look what has happened. This is published on NPR. There were actually 4 major massive volcanic eruptions, all of them occurring. This is June 2nd, 2025. Mount Etna erupts, shooting a massive ash cloud into the sky and raising alerts. Look at this date. This is on Shavuot, the Jewish festival and feast of Shavuot. This is on June 2nd. Italy's Mount Etna produced a spectacular explosive eruption on Monday morning, sending a ripple of reddish clouds down from its summit. The soaring ash rose to form a mushroom cloud high above Etna, Europe's highest active volcano, triggering a red alert for aviation crews in the region. Right, so now this is not the only, there were 4 or 3 other major volcanic eruptions, all in Europe and in this area. And this absolutely is a sign, if you for seeing anything, the patterns that were connected to previous dreams or revelations that were given to me before. This is absolutely a sign, and I'm going to get into even more specific details about that.